Hey there, Postal here. So today we are wrapping up our Universal Soldiers review. We will be going down the final 3 tiers of the BVP line. So we're going to be taking a look at the Bv P.215 here at tier 10, the Bv P.212 at tier 9, and we're going to be starting with the Bv P.210. Let's hop right into it. Alright, so we're taking on the Bv P.210. We're in a tier 8 battle here, and we're going to see what we can do. So the Bv P.210 at tier 8 is definitely, it's just a fighter, really. It is a multi-role fighter in name, but in reality, you're going to play it very much like you would a fighter. It's got excellent maneuverability. Not quite the best multi-role maneuverability. But you're going to be able to outmaneuver things like P.51 agent. You're going to be able to outmaneuver a lot of the less maneuverable fighters even. I don't know about like I-250s or Me-209s. You'll be like kind of right on the same cusp as them. But something that you've got that they don't have is some air-to-air rockets. So kind of hoping for head-ons because you're able to use your R button to get some Rocketeers, get that taken care of. Your guns are actually kind of sort of weak. You only have 2 20mm cannons. Now, they do the work. But, you know, they're not world-changing kind of shenanigans. Why am I getting hit by? What are you doing, sir? I was really hoping you would have kept turning. Alright, that's cool. We've got 2 bombers heading over here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to head to the center. If a bomber is going in a straight enough line, I can use my rockets against it. So you've got some decent altitude performance with this plane too, especially again for a multi-role fighter. I'm just going to fire those rockets and leave. I got him. That's hilarious. Fired him below him because the angle that he was coming at, that's basically a fire ahead of him when they're going at an angle like that. The reload on the rockets is actually pretty quick as well. Unfortunately, I used all my rockets there, so that way now, if somebody does decide to go head on versus me, this plane just does not have the gun firepower to handle a head on. Let's see here. I can get some health back since we're at the center location. Excellent. My rockets, I've got 3 seconds before my rockets are back. And typically it's the heavy fighters and some multi-rolls that'll go head on versus you. Not a lot of multi-rolls, but some. Usually the dangerous ones, you know, like I-211s and things of that nature that you go head on and they could, you know, one-shot you. But, so things like this 262, we're really hoping actually goes head on versus us. Well, maybe not a 262 since he's got air-to-air rockets also. But, you know what I mean. Any kind of heavy fighter, we're down for it. Let's see if I can get this guy here and not die. So I did. Fired all my rockets again, but that was just because it's freaking out, man. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. If I had 1 salvo of rockets left, I could have tried to get a Rocketeer on this guy as well. You just need to be mindful when you're doing your rockets, you're flinging them. Don't just keep going head on just in case your rockets miss. That you're not necessarily going to get yourself, you know, killed by a ram, which could happen if your rockets miss. You are firing 24 rockets if you fire all 3 salvos. But, you know, stranger things have happened, right? Let's go ahead and see what we can do over here. So yeah, two 20mm cannons is not the strongest, but it does the job, I guess is how we like to put it. It's still got my pneumatic control assist ready to go, just in case I need to get into a dogfight with a fighter. What is this guy doing? Again, air to air. I mean, the 20mm cannons is not going to be that. Come on. Tickety dang. Oh, excellent. Perfect. Just what I wanted. Oh, no! Dang it. Got another Rocketeer, but he killed me before the rockets hit him. So, that stinks. Let's go ahead and head on to the center here. It looks like we're going to have a pretty easy win. You know, we're just capturing sectors, right? And this plane's really good at that. A really flexible plane. You need it to capture, it can capture. You need it to defend, it can defend. And then we're going to get air supremacy here pretty quickly. What? No, sir. Not about that life. Oh, hello. I'll take it. Oh, they got the command center back. Let's keep moving this way, it would look like. Do I want to defend that sector? Probably, actually. If we don't defend that sector, they're going to capture it. See if we can't get rid of this LA-9, though, first. Oh, it looks like he's dead anyway. Take a couple cheeky kills. The last 2 or 3 kills have been on relatively low health. Or they've been on relatively low health. Shoot, we're going to lose this sector, actually. Hung out at the center a little bit too long. I figured 262 is going by too quickly there, but, and he is, but I guess I had a couple shots on him. Let's see if we can't get this guy knocked out with our guns. We can. Got a bomber up over here. So I was gonna say it's got to be a Soviet bomber. He's at relatively low altitude. See if I can't get my guns on target here. There we go. Again, I've been firing all 3 salvos when I really probably haven't needed to. I tend to overcompensate. There's probably a psychological reason for that. Let's go ahead and boost on over here. We're going to try to defend against this guy really quickly. If we can hang on to this sector, we'll be perfectly fine to win this battle. Thought we were going to lose it, but we got over here just in time. Actually, I think probably one of our bots killed something and gave us the time to be able to get over here and actually help defend it properly. Oh, nope. Ain't about that life. Some multi-rolls inbound. Go ahead and take these guys on. Excellent. Got an ace even. Wow. Come on. Not that I'm a greedy monkey. You don't want another kill. And my rockets are back. The game's almost over. Ah, those last rockets were on target. Got a Rocketeer. Should have probably got a Golubev. But trying there. Got a McCampbell. Got an ace. Got all that jazz. And just an excellent Tier 8 plane. You can see why people love it. It's a lot of fun. This is definitely, you know, reinforces this is the line that most people tend to go down. Let's take a look at the Bv P.212. Good luck indeed. So we're in our Bv P.212. We're in a Tier 9 battle against a TA-183 and a Horton. We've got a Spitfire and us, so the map's not the best, but we'll deal with it. Get it? Dill? Like a pickle? Never mind. Alright, let's head over to the airbase here. I'm going to send everybody else over here. And the reason I'm going to the airbase in this particular plane is because it is a very fast plane. And I'm thinking we can take the airbase and then get the command center here. So I'm doing that. And we got our Spitfires headed over there. So keep in mind, this is just like the 210, except better. It might not necessarily be better tier for tier. Of course, it has to be better, right? You're at tier 9, you're going to run into a bunch of tier 10s. You've got an extra cannon, which is super nice. You basically have 50% more firepower. So I tend to actually play this a lot more like a dogfighter than I would even the 210. Just because I've got the damage output ability. Let's go ahead and get our boost on and go. Oh, they've already got that sector. Well, that really sucks. But that's fine. We're going to move on over there. And we're going to get it. Darn it. Damn it, Janet. F-84. Chasing the F-84. I don't really want to. I'd actually prefer to stay in the sector so we can get this thing. So, versus things like, well, versus both these guys. Oops, I accidentally fired my third salvo. Got a little trigger happy there. It doesn't really seem to matter because this TA-183 is definitely trying to leave town, which is understandable. He's definitely got the speed advantage over me, as we found out in yesterday's video on that particular version of the line. Let's go ahead and keep on turning here. Getting DOS boost going. F-84. Got 15 more seconds before our rockets are up. There we go. Start firing a little bit early so he kind of runs into your stream of... Are we not going to get that sector? Come on, peoples. Come on, peoples. We're going to have to capture this sector before we capture our own sector, which is going to be pretty hilarious in my opinion. So we've got these air-to-air rockets. If it comes down to it, though, I can utilize these for air-to-ground capabilities. I've had to do that from time to time. Like, if this kill doesn't get the sector, I might go turn around and, like, shoot at the ground target there to try to cap it. It's not recommended, but desperate times call for desperate measures sometimes. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. Let's go ahead and get this F2G knocked out. Now, we do need to watch out for these planes that have really high damage output guns, because you are relatively fragile. So keep that in mind. Can't necessarily take on planes that have a bunch of 30mm cannons. Expecting to come out on top. Come on, peoples. Alright, so their Horton's doing some work, so we need to watch out for him. Crud. We're actually down, even though we've had their command center for a little while. See what we can do here. This is TA-183. Actually, we need to get rid of this guy first. If at all possible. Need to pay attention to the map, though. Yep, he's doing what he needs to do, so we're not going to screw around with that. Let's dive straight down, get some airspeed going on here. There's a heavy fighter inbound, I believe. Yep. Oh, good thing I was just about to hit my pneumatic control assist. I mean, my engine cooling. And that would have been thoroughly annoying. There we go. Got ourselves a Lambert. We keep scaring that TA-183 away. If he was able to get the jump on us, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So, you know, we got that going for us. Let's actually get over to this base over here. So just us being able to get the jump on him has been, you know, pretty darn helpful. We're about to get our command center, though. I get this top bomber. It's funny that they've got FW200s here, but not in, you know, not in the actual game. I've never really thought about that before. Got the Seahawk we can try to take out. Here we go. Got this Horton that we need to try to take out. And we did. We're barely up, though, so we can't just rest on our laurels. No, our laurels cannot be rested upon. Let's see what we can do versus this IL-20 real quick here. Let's see, the Horton player's being very nice. That's nice. One thing I like about World of Warplanes is, yeah, I mean, hell, I get it. I get upset, frustrated when I get killed, but not all the time. And most of the time, people in this game don't tend to get overly rambunctious, let's say. There's a fighter inbound. And I need to pay attention to that. It is the Horton again. I highly doubt that he's going to just let me sit here. So I need to be paying attention to him. He's already mentioned that he needs to... Oh no! Me and the Spitfire almost killed each other. That would have been thoroughly annoying. How'd I get an ace but not a wing legend? Now I got a wing legend, finally. Turn back around here. Ooh, he was angled away. Smart move on his part. Knocked out his engine though, so he's probably toast. This guy's taking forever to kill the plane that's right in front of him. Whew! Super high. Oh no! My rockets are out! Yeah, the TA-183! Doing the things I knew that he could do! Oh man. Alright, so they've got a sector. That'll leave the game going for a little while longer here. We can get some more personal points out of the deal. Didn't get a whole lot of personal points, but, well, got a decent amount, but nothing like over the top crazy. Just able to put ourselves in a position to do well. And, you know, so this plane plays I play it very similarly to the Bv P.210. And you can have great success in both those situations. Dang. I'll take it. I like it a lot. And I like this plane a lot. We didn't die, so we got the Marseille that we didn't get in the 210. Very, very good, you know, just able to have a good impact and really counter the enemy fighters. Let's check out the next battle. Well, this could be a rough one. Tier 10 battle. We're in our Bv P.215. We do have an 1102 on our team, but they have two specialized HG3s. So what do we need to do in this situation? Well, we need to try to get some caps, huh? I'm in your phone feed. So we have 4 air-to-ground rockets. You need to use the bomb button, though, to get those. So, because you've got your air-to-air rockets that you've now had on the Batwings since the 210, right? Same kind of situation. You do definitely have air-to-air rockets on this plane. That being said, they're actually not all that effective against the air. Not because they're bad rockets. I mean, they're the same rockets. And you've got 56 of them. Which, you know, sounds awesome. But the reality is at this tier, nobody, and I mean nobody, goes head-on. Very, very rarely have I even had an opportunity to sniff a whiff of an enemy aircraft come in at a head-on type situation. Doesn't matter the plane type. They just don't like to do it. Even planes that you would think would definitely want to go head-on. You know, like this one right here. Oh. Oop, let's use our rear gunner. We've got a rear gunner, and we're going to need it to go against something like an F-86. Let's start diving down. So keep in mind, this plane really wishes it was a heavy fighter. And it's going to play like a heavy fighter that's too scared to go very high. It has very good altitude performance for a... just keep in mind, it's for a multi-role. It has very good altitude performance. Does not necessarily have good altitude performance for a heavy. Sure wish my cannons hit there. Doesn't have the ability to. Oh, he's just using his speed there. Got a plane coming in behind us. Using Das Boostin'. Getting going. Gonna keep pushing here. You have 4 20mm cannons. Hello, sir. And these 4 20mm cannons actually do some nice work. Let's go ahead and try to get to this other mining facility while we can. Try to get a little bit more altitude performance. Even planes that you think would, you know, like a heavy bot, would want to go head on versus you, as they typically do. They do not against this plane. The algorithms fear this plane in head-on situations, and you should too. But that being said, what it forces you to do really is have situations where... Oh, that guy hit me. He wasn't even close to being on target. And Marksman 2 is one hell of a skill. And get rid of this guy if we can, which we should be able to, simply because he's pulling away from us. Unfortunately, I'm about to get freaking eaten up by a heavy fighter here. My rear gunner can probably do some rear gunnery kind of things. Maybe not. Even with my tail knocked out, I'm still a little bit more maneuverable than things like an HG3. Unfortunately, we died. Unfortunately, we were not able to outduel them in that situation. But I'll go ahead and respawn here and see what we can do. This plane is much, much more like the FW-190s than it is like the Batwings. This is more of a force multiplier rather than a carry type plane. So we've got a really good ground attacker, or at least good enough ground attacker. And so we can go ahead and be a force multiplier for that guy. We will be, darn it. Looks like we should be able to try to get this sector pretty easily here. Dropping a bomb. Well, maybe he's not as good as I was hoping he was. There we go. Let's reload the air-to-ground rockets there. Get rid of this key. See if I can't. Only the humans are dumb enough to go head-to-head. Literally none of the bots will. Take advantage of that while you can against somebody that wants to go head-on versus you. I'm reloading my air-to-air rockets because I don't need them in this type of situation. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, might be in trouble. Let's use our boost. Got a heavy fighter inbound once again. See if we can't knock out the center here. There we go. Excellent. Heavy fighter's going to try to do some heavy fightery kind of stuff. Little does he know I'm a multi-role. I want to be a heavy fighter. F-86 was actually what it was able to get me. That's the worst spot you can be in a multi-role. If you've just got to deal with a heavy fighter, well, then you can be the more turny of the two planes. If you're just dealing against a light fighter, well, then you'd be the more speedy of the planes or the harder hitting, whatever. The fact that you've got to deal with both at the same time is a worst case scenario for this plane, for any multi-role in general. They've got that mining facility. Are we going to be able to? Do I need to defend? I think I'm going to actually try to defend here. If we can defend this mining facility. The game's basically over. Never mind. Let's see if I can't get some sort of something here. The game's going to be over before I can even reload my air-to-air rockets. That is the first Rocketeer I've gotten in this plane that I can even remember, to be honest. It's not its specialty. In fact, I've started using the air-to-air rockets more for ground targets than air targets, simply because I can use them then. If I keep holding them for air targets, I tend to not even get a chance to use them. So let's head back and look at all three battles. So first battle there, it was an all-bot battle, so, I mean, it just is what it is. You take advantage of those particular games, right? But the Bv P.210 is a dangerous plane no matter what the battle. Those air-to-air rockets can take on anything. The weakest thing of this plane is its two 20mm cannons, and those weren't all that weak, were they? I've got this plane built for maneuverability, but there's plenty of people that build it for speed. It's actually one of the other things I like about this plane, is you can build it how you want it. This plane's flexible enough to where you're not stuck building just a speed build or not stuck building just a maneuverability build. If you feel you're more comfortable in it with a speed build, go for it. If you're more comfortable in it with a maneuverability build, go for it. And you will enjoy it. These planes are actually some of the planes that you're going to want to get the Expert Rocketeer on. It just helps with your accuracy of your rockets, and that's what separates this plane from so many other planes at this tier. Same with the Bv P.212. Let's take a look at our second battle. Alright, so we were able to get 23 kills there. I mean, some of it was just, taking advantage of the planes that were around us, getting some cheeky kills in there. But we were also putting ourselves on the offensive, right? We did not get any destroyed while defending there. Really did feel like we had to keep attacking there. And we were able to do that. 4 sectors, no defense kills, 23 total kills. Which is, fine reason to build a speed build if you choose to go that direction. Again, I've got mine as a maneuverability build, but that's my preference. What I love about this plane is if you wanted to go ahead and do that, you could get yourself, a speed build here very, very easily. Probably best bet would be to put, well, you could just go full speed, like however you wanted to do it, and really get around the airfield quickly. I feel like this plane is pretty speedy enough. Yeah, it's not the fastest right now, but what's going to be happening is I feel like this particular equipment item, the strength and hard points, is really, really helpful. Reloading the rockets even faster just makes you more effective. That negatively impacts your cruise speed. So, trying to go for a speed build and then something that's going to take away from your speed, I don't think is overly effective. So that's why I tried to go in for maneuverability, and I'm really having a good time. So yeah, that's my perspective on it. But I mean, I know a lot of people that have had a lot of success with a speed build on it. So whatever floats your boat, whatever's best for you, is one of the wonderful things of this particular plane and the Bv P.210 before it. You can make it your own. Again, you're going to want to have Expert Rocketeer. You just want to be able to get these rockets to hit the target a little bit more accuracy, right? Let's take a look at our third. Alright, so we were able to get 10 air kills, 3 ground targets destroyed. Thought we might have gotten a little bit more, but whatever. 4 sectors captured. Did a little bit of everything, but again, you're a force multiplier here. Our 1101 was really doing the heavy lifting there. Might not have gotten the personal points for it, but he was the one that was capturing the mining facilities and forcing the HG3s to fly every which way, which of course they're built to do, but still, stretching them thin. I was trying to be where our 1102 was not, so that way we were trying to capture sectors separately, so the HG3s didn't just have, 2 targets in one zone to knock out. But that's what this plane is. This plane is a lot more like an FW-190 than it is a Bv P.210 or 212. I really only enjoy flying this plane when I'm in a flight, or how do I word this properly? I feel like I'm more effective when I'm in a flight, or when I happen to load in and there's humans on your team that know what they're doing. They don't even need to be good humans. They just need to be effective. I don't need to be there with, Prenzlau or Sniper Son or something like that, capping sectors so I can just dick around. I just need somebody to be there and doing something, and that'll allow me to be effective. I can basically, if I've got a fighter on my team, okay, I know I'm going to be doing a lot of air-to-ground damage. I'm going to be being more effective versus the heavier targets, yada, yada, yada. If I've got a heavy fighter on my team, okay, I know I'm going to be more effective against the light fighters and multi-rolls, still doing air-to-ground damage. If I've got a bomber or a GA, then, I'm going to be effective, more focused on the air target aspect of it rather than the ground target. And so it just gives you some flexibility, and you're going to be that force multiplier that you are with the FW-190s. I've had a lot more success with this plane if I think of it like a FW-190 rather than thinking of it like a Batwing. It's a Batwing 190 is what this thing is. So I've built this one for speed, where I've built my other two for either maneuverability or a blend of maneuverability. However, this actually is of my 3 Batwings, this is the one that has the highest skill point pilot. And obviously the highest skill point gunner, since it's the only one with a gunner. I've gone ahead and put Marksman 2 on here. I've also gone ahead and put Aerodynamics Expert. Aerodynamics Expert, I'm not sure, is really the most effective way of this plane. At least not now when I'm not specialized. Engine Guru 1 would have been the better choice to go with. But once it's specialized and I can go ahead and put an additional engine equipment slot on here, then I'll go ahead and do that. I'll also probably put some sort of speed impact on my outboard weapons. These rockets take forever to reload anyway, so rather than trying to speed up the reload time of them, I will probably try to positively impact the speed of this plane. The Bv P.215 really wants to be a speed demon rather than a turn fighter, and so let's lean in on that. Let's not fight it. We're not going to swim against the current here. We're going to swim with the current. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this particular quick review on the Bv P.210, Bv P.212, and the Bv P.215. This is definitely the more popular of the 2 lines that you have the choice of going to tier 10 on, and rightfully so. Absolutely excellent planes, excellent flexibility and impact that you can have on the battle. Even if you don't necessarily like the way that the Bv P.215 flies, that means you'll probably absolutely love the way that the 210 and 212 fly, so I highly recommend going down this line. most people quite enjoy it. Anyway, I hope you you enjoyed this particular very quick overview. Take advantage of the Universal Soldiers missions that are going on. Take advantage of those discounts. Even if you don't like the FW190s, get past them to get to the Bv P.210 and 212. Should like those since they are so opposite of the 190s. And yeah, hope you have a great day. I guess we're done here, aren't we? That's everything. I hope you enjoyed all 3 videos that I had for all 9 of these planes, and have a good one. Bye.